Hey everybody, welcome back to House of Grey Rabbit. I'm your host, as always, Grey Rabbit 80, and I'm not even going to try. It's prom.
How y'all doing?
Once again, no mouse letters. I'm beginning to think it may have just been a figment of our imagination. But this is Prom's week, and so what have you brought to the table this week?
616 Paranormal Incident.
Sounds like an asylum film.
But it's not.
We'll be right back.
Conveniently have a prison right in front of you, and it's haunted up the wazoo.
It's worse than the silent film.
It is so worse than a asylum film. Stay away from 616 Paranormal Incident. Oh, man. Oh, wow.
This movie made no damn sense.
Oh.
From the beginning to the end. No sense.
I don't know what to do first. I really don't know how to go about structuring my words to fit this review. And we say movies are bad all the time. Like, that's pretty much the gist of this show. But
this one takes the cake.
No. We even say this one takes the cake a lot. Like, I feel like we trope these things up a little bit. And when it comes down to it, this is just it's another stack on the deck of worst movies of all time. Okay, let's talk about cast, what little there is.
Yeah.
Like, first off, we have the outside story arc, which is the mother and daughter at home.
Yeah.
And then the daughter is drawing a picture of her friend, and the mother receives a knock on the door, and she receives a DVD.
Yes.
Not a VHS tape.
A DVD.
DVD. When she plays it, it's her
Husband or
ex-husband. I'm not really sure. It
doesn't explain.
And he begs her to watch the video, DVD, whatever, and to get help. And then we are pushed into the second...
Out of sequence.
Okay.
Or out of...
Here's the deal. The second part doesn't even count. The second part is just a jump scare made to just start the movie up.
Yeah.
And it's of some sort of reality porn thing where there's a girl and a guy, and he's filming her, and a couple of flashing parts here and there, and then he takes her to a room in the prison or asylum or whatever the hell is that. He says they're going to have sex, and then she screams, looking over his shoulder. He cuts back, and there's a jump scare of somebody coming at you, it's kind of lame. Yeah. It really is kind of lame. It's just a jump scare. It's all it's there for is to just make you jump.
Now, theoretically, ghosts exist on multiple planes of our universe. Most of the time, they'll just pop in, scare the crap out of us in the vamoose.
Then you've moved to the main plot, which is this paranormal team who works for the FBI. Okay, so let's talk about our members of our paranormal team. We got the Boss Man.
Yes.
Once again, using nicknames because that's the best way to go through it. You got the Boss Man. You got Slick.
Yes.
He's the ladies' man. You got the token African American guy.
Black guy,
right? Yeah. And then you have the short chick and the tall chick.
Yes. And then you have the...
the techie.
Techie, yeah. The video guy. Okay,
so he has constructed for them these glasses that have a camera on one side and a light and a microphone and stuff on the other side. I'm going to tell you, I could get a hold of these glasses too. I could go to Target and buy them because they're like spy gear for kids. They're like $5, right? Yeah. But they use these because now they don't have to have a camera in the movie.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
which there's cameras anyway in the movie.
Right. So apparently they work for the FBI, which apparently that works because that's a thing. Because apparently the FBI wants to know about demons and ghosts and haunted prisons or whatever. Unit. They're a special unit. Like, seriously? They act like just a bunch of... anyway, moving on. So they put up these cameras and slowly... let's not forget
about the
parapsychologist.
Yeah, the parapsychologist.
Who wasn't part of the plan. Because when she comes on, they're all like, they just don't like her.
Yeah.
Within the first 10 minutes of the movie, they find a young lady who is in a comatose state. And rather than help her, the parapsychologist injects her with a sedative. And then they take her back to a cell where then she makes a salt line so that the girl can't attack her with any type of evil whatever. But here's the deal. Like, normally, a line goes like this It does not go.
Maybe, yeah.
It looked like something like a young girl who was bored in like math class would draw, because it has like spirals and waves and all. No, it just it's
pretty.
So throughout the movie, while things are happening to the group, it cuts back to the parapsychologist talking to this girl who apparently has been possessed by this demon who may or may not be Satan. It makes certain claims, may or may not be Satan. We have no jurisdiction to say it was Satan, right?
Yes.
Okay. It's just so in case Satan's lawyers come after us. So anyway, slowly but surely, as in any other horror film like this, the team slowly gets picked off one by one. First off, we have Tall Chick, who finds pictures of herself and her family, and then sees a brightly lit vision of her father, who then has no pupils and crawls on his hands. And
apparently they were in a car accident, and it's messed up.
He attacks her, and then through the power of magic, her vision of her being attacked and killed, and we won't go into anything other than that, is played out through her glasses for everyone back at base camp to see. Now, then we lose Slick to a brightly lit vision of a trio of topless women in panties. Now, okay, so like I asked Prime because I didn't quite understand what was going on. I said, exactly how does Slick die? Because I took it as he was dry humped to death. Prime said no, he thought that maybe his breath was sucked out.
That's what it looked like to me.
The chick kisses him and then he just stops moving.
Like, not just a kiss, but like a...
I prefer dry humping to death.
Hey, are you guys hearing what I'm hearing?
What? That's impossible.
Stay put, alright? Don't move. I'll be right there.
And the other thing that doesn't make any sense, that when the first girl is dying, and it takes them forever, they can't find her anywhere, and then all of a sudden she just pops up out of nowhere.
So we lose Slick. Then later on we lose the other guy.
The white guy.
To something that looks like a lynch mob.
Yeah.
I think it's just a point race like it's just a way of pointing racism into it, you know. And then we're down to techie leader and short girl, right?
Yeah.
What's going on? Okay, so anyway, techie has to pee.
Yeah, he has to use the bathroom.
So he leaves the van, and then they find him dead.
And then, of course, being that he's undead, he runs off. Instead of attacking them, he just runs away.
So now we're left with the last two of them, and of course the parapsychologist and Demon Girl, who states that if they blow up the entire building, they will stop the evil. Now, why she's telling them to do this, I don't know. But the head honcho guy, well, keep in mind there's only one left, the short girl, decide to go and put out the explosives to blow the place up.
Okay.
Well, as they're putting out the explosives, short girl gets grabbed by Zombie Slick.
Yeah.
So now head honcho guy goes starting to try to find her. He cannot. We see her in the dark, and then Zombie Slick grabs her again, and she screams, and then she finds herself in the desert in a coffin with a cross in the lid, to which he then pours gasoline on its fire. But here's the funny thing. Zombie Slick changes to someone completely different, because Zombie Slick has like medium length blonde hair and is all like demon deadite like looking from like. That's another thing, is like the zombie versions of these people look like the deadites from Ash versus the Evil Dead.
Yeah,
that's the way that you can, if you've seen that or you know that, you know Evil Dead, you know that look. Yeah. But when it switches to her in the coffin and the guy burned her, that dude's like hair is like short and dark.
Yeah.
And it's completely different makeup and everything.
Hello?
Oh my god.
Get out! Get out! Why? Come on!
I'll meet you at the end. Just go! I want that detonator, and I want it now!
Now we're left with head honcho guy, parapsychologist guy, and demon girl.
And then, I guess, FBI head honcho and his team show up to take demon girl somewhere they never explained to us. Head honcho, being the brightest
Wait a minute. We're delving into two head honchos here. Like the first head honcho, the main guy, the main leader dude. What is called leader dude? Leader dude tries to get parapsychology woman to leave because of the bombs, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, she won't leave because she wants to find out more about this girl. Yeah. Now, there is a sub-tinge in here where, like, the demon girl tells her about, I guess, an abortion she had.
Yeah.
Because she talks about a life she didn't care about that was inside her. And the only reason I mention that is we'll come up here and get in conversation. She won't leave. Then her boss and his extraction team show up.
Yes.
And which they all dress like ninjas. FBI extraction teams, ninjas, and this dude. This guy probably was not given a single script. No. Everything comes out of his mouth is just reactive to whatever everybody's saying to him.
Yes, because he has nothing
whatsoever. Then first dude gets pistol whipped because he talks to him about the bombs. Yes. Parapsychologist girl stays with him. Other people will go talk to thing. Yeah. Okay. Well, demon girl ends up talking trash to the main head honcho. He leaves and tells the guard to take her, whatever.
Well, before that, he
crossed
the line.
She made him so mad that he kicked the
not
salt.
thinking anything of it.
Right. And so that allows her to come out, and she makes the guard shoot himself in the mouth. Yeah. She kills some other guards. She comes across parapsychology lady, which we don't know how, but all of a sudden she transports her into some like dream realm thing that looks like something out of Friday the 13th. It looks like Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, and there's some there's some Resident Evil shots in this movie. We're not there yet. We're still talking about what's going on. Parapsychology lady walks through this dark thing where there's like people, like images of things flying. Anyway, the point is she ends up inside some room with all these dead bodies, and a small child comes after her saying, "Please, mommy." And then she blacks out. We never find out what happened to her again. Nope. Leader one dude, for all you GoBots fans out there, Leader one dude manages to make it outside as, this is hard to explain, after possessed girl kills FBI head honcho.
Rips his head off.
Rips his head off, and then she squats over our hero as she tells him that the reason that he can't blow up the building is that the foundation is made of pure evil and darkness, and that it cannot be destroyed and it can't stop her. And then
she just gets up and walks off.
Well, she also mentions he asked who she is.
Yeah.
And she says, maybe I would look better with horns and a pitchfork. So you get the idea that she's the devil or she's Satan. That's basically it. And she just walks away. To which we jump back to our
mother
and daughter.
Yeah, who had just finished watching the video, and she tells the daughter to go to get ready. She's going to take her to see her dad.
And she says, "Hey, mommy, my friend made it." And she turns around to see possessed girl, all done up all nice.
Yeah.
And the daughter standing there smiling.
And that's it.
And that is all there is to know about 616 Paranormal Incident. Okay, this movie... I was trying to watch this film, and I think I made it through like 10 to 20% of the movie, and then I gave up on it. Like, I actually think I took this. We're going to do this. I thought we could do this. So you weren't here, and I was like, I'm just going to watch it. Blah blah. And so here I am, and I watched it. I get like 20, 30 minutes into it. And I think I got past the first kill, and I was like, this is dumb. This is too dumb. Anyway.
Anywho.
The point being is, like, this is just bad. It
has a $50,000 budget, and I think they put that into the camera crew, all the equipment, and the special effects of the dead people.
Because other than that, there are no special effects in this movie. There's practical effects like crazy.
But that's it.
But when I say practical effects, I don't mean anything worth writing home about.
No.
I mean, the most over-the-top thing was the putting her in the coffin and lighting on fire. And there's even a shot where they're dumping the gasoline in, and it's going through the hole across, that you can tell that there's been a piece of plexiglass affixed to the inside of the coffin so that it doesn't go inside and damage her and the camera.
Yeah. That's it. And it was a 2.8 on the IMDb score out of 10.
So here's my biggest complaint. You can't tell what anyone is saying in this movie.
No, because the fact that the camera just doesn't pick up nothing.
It's like they use the little microphone, no boom accessories anywhere, and you're in these hallways, and there's this constant echo going on all over the place. And I'm talking like, we had the air conditioning going, we had another fan going, we had other things going in the room, so we had the volume cranked up on the TV, and still could not hear or understand these people. Yeah. And it was so annoying. And then sometimes they get right up to the other person and you hear fine. But it was just like, that's exactly what it sounded like the entire movie.
It just
didn't. And what about the non sequitur ways that the people died? Like, okay, I understand the whole dad, there was an accident, therefore I guess he was crippled, was what they're trying to say.
I think what they're trying to do is, it was their worst fears. Like the guy, if they were in a wreck and it caused her dad to have the accident, her mom dies.
Okay, Slick died because a bunch of girls.
He's a male, he's chauvinist pig. The black guy dies because of racism. The paranormal psychologist dies because of her son.
Her child, the abortion.
I
kind of get that, but here's my question: why did we have to burn Short Chick?
I guess her. I don't think I can think of it.
In the very beginning of the movie, she said she was claustrophobic.
Yes.
Holy crap!
That's what it was. Yeah,
did you just see that moment of clarity just pop in right there?
Remember they're driving and she's all freaking out because she hates being claustrophobic. That's what it was. Yeah.
That's what she said. So yes, they are killed by their worst fears.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
That's the only thing good about the movie.
You just like the spark. I wish I had that thing, that meme, that guy goes, and I could just like expose. Anyway, oh God, just
wow.
Make it into a coaster. Like, take it out, put it on the coffee table, and then put your beer right on top of it.
Or your drink, whatever the hell you drink.
Make sure that whatever it is, it's got condensation. You want to let that moisture leak down onto that plastic. And
apparently they actually made another movie before this called just Paranormal Incident. Before the 616.
And did we ever figure out what the 616 was supposed to be?
Whenever she's talking, when she has all the information, and she's talking to the head honcho, she's telling him that there was different times throughout the century that this demon person was there.
616.
Like 666 people, 616 people died at 616, and just different events. It's
just a ludicrous piece of information. Is what it is.
Yeah.
Stay away. Don't come near me. What happened?
Please let me go.
It just pops into different century. Different things of the centuries are revolving around this demon. But it took the entire movie for you for her to explain that part. I mean, the entire damn movie before it's explained it. And the thing is, you never understand. Okay, is the head honcho security guy, is that the lady's husband?
Yeah, like parapsychologist girl and head honcho seem to have some sort of connection, and I want to say they used to be together or something, because in the beginning, short girl says something, the other one goes, "Hey, who's that?" And she goes, "Oh, that's so and so, her and the boss, blah blah blah," and that's when you can't hear people talk. So I just took it as they were ex-lovers or something.
Of course, it does explain that the main mother and daughter is how the husband has anything to do with the movie.
Yeah, really, that was my biggest thing, was at the very beginning. That, and there were certain times in this movie, like, I can understand when you suspend your disbelief to, say, okay, it's like Morty's Mind Blowers. Okay, it's a Rick and Morty reference, where Morty says, "How do I remember those people's memories? I wasn't even there."
Yeah.
Okay, I can understand suspending your disbelief, therefore, so you can put something into the movie. So I understand that. It happens. You got to do it to tell a story. But there are times in this when this entire thing is supposed to be a recording
of her watching the movie.
That she's watching.
Yeah.
So there are times though that did the husband go find the thing, and how did he just go gather up all the cameras and go make the DVD, and then he got in trouble? It makes no sense.
It doesn't explain.
This outer story arc of the daughter and the mother is just for that last scare, and it's not even scary.
No.
It's just she's there. It's not even that. It's not even a shock ending. It's not a twist ending. It's nothing.
It still doesn't explain what the whole.
No.
It doesn't explain if was her husband like videotaping the entire thing?
Was he some part of the master program?
Yeah, is he an FBI agent who?
Point is, it just doesn't
make
work.
any sense.
It doesn't.
No,
at all. And it's just there for that last ending, right before the camera goes off, right? You know, that's all it is. That's all it is. So anyway, Prime, what you gonna rate this one?
A -1.
I'm gonna give it a -7. No, I'm gonna give it a -616.
Oh God.
There's no reason. There's no reason to watch. And let me tell you something. We found this on Tubi TV. That's TUBI TV. You can get it on any of your devices. We've talked about it numerous times before. We're a steadfast supporter of Tubi TV. Thank you, Tubi, for being in our lives. However, sometimes you scrape the bottom of the barrel on Tubi. And this is the bottom of the barrel. This is what the barrel sits on. -3. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That has been this week's experiment. 616 Paranormal Incident. We hope you enjoyed our video. Just don't watch it.
No.
Just walk away. Walk away and do something with your lives. Read a book.
Play a video game.
Whatever you want. Make a friend.
Watch Rick and Morty.
That's twice we brought up Rick and Morty in this episode. My sister is going to love it. So anyway, like I said, thanks you guys for being with us. Thanks for everybody who has been subscribing. Thanks to everybody who's been commenting and going on and on. We are clearly at this taping, which I know this taping is a little ahead of where most people are right now. At this taping, we're sitting at over 884 views, period, as a channel, which means we're this close to hitting 1,000. Once again, if you've seen this movie, if you own it, oh God, throw it out. Just throw it out the window. It's not worth it. If you've ever watched it by accident, kind of like I did the first time I tried to watch it, please leave a comment down below.
If you have any ideas for us to watch,
let us know.
Let us know. Yeah, we're both on Facebook.
I'm sorry, there was a Twitter. Right? You can get us pretty much on anything. Yes. And remember to hit the bell if you want to be notified every time we put out a new video. Why are you laughing? It's not funny. And as always, please punch that like button right in the face for us. This has been 616 Paranormal Incident. Thank you guys. Be seeing you.